China sails its first homemade aircraft carrier through the Taiwan Strait over the weekend. The display coincided with President Tsai Ing-wen naming her running mate for 2020. On Monday, President Tsai condemned the transit and said Taiwan had monitored the carrier until it left the waterway. She asked citizens not to worry, saying Taiwan had the ability to defend itself.
China's Type 002 carrier embarked from the Port of Dalian for the South China Sea on November 14th. On November 16th, it entered the Taiwan Strait from the north. The U.S. and Japan dispatched military vessels to trail the carrier. Taiwan's defense ministry says it had fully monitored the carrier's movement.
I
believe China's main goal was to test whether the performance of its domestically manufactured carrier met operational needs, whether it could play its part in the future. The timing happens to coincide with Taiwan's presidential elections. Of course, it is possible their decision to transit at this time was also based on a desire to exert some influence.
A defense analyst believes the transit was more about testing than it was saber-rattling. But on Monday, after the end of unofficial China-U.S. talks in Bangkok, a Chinese spokesman underscored Beijing's stance once again.
From the very beginning, China has sought the peaceful resolution of the Taiwan issue, but we will not tolerate any significant changes on the matter of Taiwan independence. China urges the U.S. to handle the Taiwan issue cautiously and appropriately, and to not add any factors that could destabilize the situation in the Taiwan Strait. I believe we have the capacity to defend ourselves, so I'd like to ask our countrymen to not worry. I hope that China can fulfill its duty as a large country to take responsibility for regional peace and stability. The Chinese Communist Party's constant military threats to Taiwan will only push the people of Taiwan away. It will make them hate Communist China even more.
Military threats from China are common around election time, and as usual, whether they can convince Taiwan's electorate will be clear in the polls.